This news update is brought to you by
Grab somebody and tell them hello. Pure happiness will be connect to flow. Smile and cheer because that is we flow. Grab somebody and tell them hello. With your hands in the air, hands in the air, hands in the air, hands in the air. This is how we flow, yeah. Grab somebody and tell them this is how we flow. Pure happiness will be connect to flow.
This is the Barbados Today afternoon news update for Friday, July 24th. Thank you for joining us. I am Mary-Claire Williams. More assurances today that there is no need to panic over the increased seismic activity at Grenada's underwater volcano Kikum-Jenny. The UE Seismic Research Center raised the alert level from yellow to orange yesterday, prompting concern among residents in neighboring islands. An orange alert means a highly elevated level of seismic activity consistent with the small tremors which have been occurring over the past 2 weeks. But emergency management consultant Roy Ward says there is no need to panic or to evacuate coastlines at this time. He also cautioned against comparing the current activity at Kikum-Jenny to the eruption at Montserrat's Soufriere Hills volcano.
The 1995 eruption of Soufriere was a very violent eruption. It killed the people and it made 2/3 of Montserrat uninhabitable for a long time. That kind of eruption occurring underwater would be extremely severe. If that is what that they are currently planning for, and seismologists and volcanologists are currently examining Kikum-Jenny for that kind of eruption, and that is what they are monitoring and that's what they're observing, yes. If that is what they are not observing, and what they are in fact observing is activity of a crater that is constantly alive and it's not a dormant event, then no, the analogy would not work. But you would have to have scientific data to support that the crater is going to erupt at such a stage that it would be similar to a land-based volcanic eruption.
Work has already started on the controversial waste-to-energy project. CEO of developers Cahill Energy, Claire Cowan, says waste studies and sampling have been completed and a front-end engineering design contract has been negotiated. Cowan says she has been meeting with government ministers to discuss the way forward for the multi-million-dollar project. She's also giving assurances that the proposed plant is safe and would make Barbados healthier.
The parties that invest $700 million, do you think multinationals can afford to come in and do harm to a population? You know, who's going to get away with that? Just logically, you know, if you think about it. You don't come in to spend that kind of money and hurt people. So I just, when, you know, we were coming down here, the number of myths that were created. This is such a safe technology, and I'll let Carrie speak to that. But if you look at the plant, it's been approved by Health and Safety Canada, Health and Safety United States, Health and Safety UK, Health and Safety China, Health and Safety Japan, Health and Safety Europe, Health and Safety India. So in a strange way, you'd be saying all of those governments made a mistake.
The head of the Barbados Port Inc. is raising concern over what he calls total disorder at the port as a result of industrial action by customs officers. They are protesting plans to absorb their department into the Barbados Revenue Authority. And CEO David Jean-Marie told Barbados Today the customs officers who were on duty yesterday packed their bags and walked off the job without warning. He says their action is not working in the national interest and needs to end soon. Jean-Marie added the industrial action is also causing serious challenges to operations at the port and is inconveniencing the public. Assistant Commissioner of Police Seymour Cumberbatch has retired from the Royal Barbados Police Force. Cumberbatch, a cousin of the suspended Police Commissioner Darwin Doughton, had been on protracted sick leave before his retirement. Barbados Today understands the Police Service Commission had made the decision to send Cumberbatch for medical assessment next month. He had previously acted as Deputy Commissioner but was returned to his substantive rank. Assistant Commissioner Oral Williams was subsequently appointed last year to act in that position. Local fisherfolk have been learning more about new guidelines for the fisheries sector. The Barbados National Union of Fisherfolk Organization, Barnufo, hosted a workshop on the guidelines on Thursday in collaboration with the Food and Agriculture Organization and the Center for Resource and Environment Management Services. Barnufo President Vernell Nichols also highlighted the importance of science in developing the fisheries sector.
We need to have a managed fishery, and we need to have a sustainable fishery. And in order to do that, we need the science. We need to bring them in so that they can do our research. But the fisherfolk also have a part to play in that. They have to be willing to impart and collect data in order to pass it on to these different agencies. Because while we are out there and we consider ourselves to be fisherfolk, we are not the scientists, and they will be persons to do the research to help us to have the necessary information to know how our fishery stock is doing.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Our valued partners for the BT Cropover Superstar competition: Flow, Banks, the Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc., Izumi Media, and Liberty Store.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter. That's the move for me. Stability, prosperity. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
Got it in my hand, yeah. My Barbados, my bank. Got to understand, yeah. My Barbados, my bank. Ain't nothing like a core bank spare. None of them others just can't compare. You just got to love that taste. It's the world-class thing this land makes. Whether I'm cruising or at a bar, whether I'm at home, my bank spare is never far. For this blessing, got to give God thanks. My Barbados, my bank.
In news from the region, the Guyana government has secured a $1.5 million reduction in a judgment by the Caribbean Court of Justice to pay to a Surinamese beverage company, Rhodesia. We get more in this report from Capital News.
An agreement struck by the government of Guyana and Surinamese beverage company Rhodesia will see Guyana paying some 300 million Guyana dollars less. Rhodesia moved to the court after it was charged an environmental tax by Guyana, which it said violated the revised Treaty of Chaguaramas. Legal Affairs Minister and Attorney General Basil Williams made the disclosure today in the compound of the Court of Appeal. Rhodesia was initially awarded $6 million by the Caribbean Court of Justice, but the failure of the former People's Progressive Party civic government to pay up saw that sum attracting a significant interest and stood at $7.7 million. The Attorney General said he could not give any details on the terms of payment until a decision is made at the level of Cabinet. The case has been adjourned to Friday, July 31st, by which time a settlement agreement is expected to be presented to the court.
In international news, U.S. President Barack Obama is on his way to Kenya, his ancestral homeland where his father was born. This is his first trip to the country as president. It will also include a stop to the Ethiopian capital, Addis Ababa, and the home of the African Union. It is also the first visit of a sitting U.S. president to the Ethiopian capital. Kenyans have been busy preparing for the arrival of the man they call their son.
This is all being done to welcome the man Kenyans call their son. It's a visit that has Nairobi's gardeners, street vendors, and artists showing off the capital's best.
Everyone is excited about our son coming back home.
He's coming back. He's the world's most powerful man on earth. So, Obama, welcome Kenya.
This mural celebrating President Obama's 2008 election victory gets a fresh coat of spray paint. you can almost taste the anticipation.
When family comes home, we always prepare something sweet. Yeah.
Meanwhile, in a bar that's more Nashville than Nairobi, a homegrown cowboy named Elvis strums a couple of lines he wrote.
Welcome, Mr. President. It's an honor to have you back here again. Welcome, son.
That's the news. For more news, log on to www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. Also, tune in to Channel 101 on Line TV or Mix 96.9 FM. I am Maricla Williams. Good afternoon.
Our valued partners for the BT Cropover Superstar Competition: Flow, Banks, the Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc., Izumi Media, and Liberty Store.